He must be a very special man, a man that I've trained with and that I will continue to train with and learn so much more from. So welcome and enjoy.
So how are we doing this morning? Good, good. How's everybody feeling? How you liking the conference? All right, having some fun. Great. Like the new location? Yeah. Some, so. Okay, great. Hey. Yeah, okay, great. Whoa, edit that out. Anyway, what I thought we'd do today is have some fun and teach a technique that I've been doing lately. And it basically does two things. It puts you in a trajectory of success, so it gives you a different motivation to go towards success, and it kind of installs it in the neurological pathways in the mind. And it's a fun little technique that I kind of put together. There's some handouts in the front, and somebody's ran to get some more because I had absolutely no idea this many people would show up. I was expecting about 50 to 100. But we'll get some more to you, and if we don't get handouts to you, I'll have some at my booth later this afternoon. I guarantee it, because it didn't get into the manual, because I forgot. Anyway, well, I moved. I was in the middle of moving when all this stuff went on, so it's been fun. Where all this started is, they say NLP, one of the things about NLP is it starts to show you the structure of how people think, Not why you're thinking anything, but how are you thinking it? What's the structure of whatever you're doing in your head? And that's what I find fascinating, from whatever area we happen to be in to what we're doing. It's the structure of it that to this day never ceases to amaze me. Like most people, I go through these periods where I get kind of burnt out. I've been actually doing this now since 1987. That's when I started getting into hypnosis and NLP, and I was an alcohol and drug counselor before that. So pretty much everything I've done, since I sobered up, to be honest with you, is in this field. And so you go through periods where you're highly motivated, and then you go through periods where you're not so motivated, burned out, cynical, if you will. And so what really started me thinking about this is one day I was working with a client who's basically describing my life. I don't know if anybody else has ever had that experience, and I'm like, wow, get out, because he was in my, whoa, that hurt. He was in my head, and he was talking about how he would be motivated, and then he would go through non-period, and he was actually a real estate agent in Florida. Never heard of such a thing, and so it started me thinking about the whole process of how you think about things, and what motivates you, what doesn't motivate you, and things like that. And it reminded me of a technique I kind of did a while ago, and I used to call it success tracks, and I've put success track and a couple of things together for this new technique. And it really boils down to, highly successful people think about success differently than other people. And that just kind of makes sense. What makes a highly successful person successful as opposed to a person that doesn't quite get there? And so I started thinking about it, and I wondered, I wonder how these people do it. And to me, the way you look for this stuff is in the real world. What are real people doing that you want? Who are some of these people? And so I was watching Larry King one day, who, they just nominated for Father of the Year, which I found fascinating. He's been married like 7 times, and he's Father of the Year. So,